Hello and welcome to Budapest. Tonight we're taking only our second ever overnight train from here, the capital, all the way to Bucharest in Romania. We took our first overnight train recently in India, which was an absolute experience to say the least. Where's first class AC? Okay. First class AC? Jesus, that was way more stressful than it needed to be. But we did absolutely love it, so excited to do more and see how this compares.
So we don't actually think the train has any sort of food carriage, so of course it's time to get some snacks.
We are opening register 4. Please begin to
Okay, so we've got our snacks for tonight and for tomorrow's breakfast. Now it's time to head to the train station. So we're here a little bit earlier this time because when we took our overnight train in India, even though it was delayed, we still almost missed it and then had to walk through the entirety of the train to get to our cabin, which was a little bit stressful. So yeah, got here a little bit earlier just to make sure we've got plenty of time to find our cabin and our seats. We are in cabin 422, seats 51 and 53.
Everyone breathe in.
This one? That's it, I think.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Oh, that's
The doors are quite slim. Maybe I've just overpacked.
snug.
Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? It's actually smaller than India,
Yeah,
which I'm a bit shocked about.
it's quite considerably smaller than India.
Yeah. The room's smaller. Mind you, is this a toilet? No.
I don't think we've got a toilet.
That's...
Is that just a cupboard?
Oh, it's a sink.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to pay a little bit extra for a shower.
Fair enough.
So we'll have a full room tour in a bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well, let's get settled in.
quite snug.
Yeah. On first impressions.
Clean.
Beds are a bit smaller. Clean though, yeah. Little window so we can have a look at what's going on. Yeah. I think it's going to be a good next 16 hours.
A fairly uneventful boarding of the train. Very simple, just walked until the right cabin. We had plenty of time. Showed our tickets to the ticket inspector, who showed us our cabin, and now we're on aboard, ready to settle in with about 20 minutes till we set off at 7:10. So we got a 2-person sleeper cabin, which cost around 68,000 Hungarian forint. You can also pay for a private, so a single cabin, or a 3-person single cabin if you're travelling on your own or as part of a trio. And then if you're trying to save money, there is a option to buy a bed in a 4 or a 6 berth cabin, which is a pretty good option. I did read about a hack that you can do. I'm not sure if it works, but from a few blogs it should. So you purchase a standard seat in 2nd class from Budapest to the first stop in Romania. Then, taking advantage of the cheaper train fares in Romania, you then book a kind of private cabin in sleeper class for the rest of your journey. And I think it works out as quite a bit of a saving. For us, we didn't think it was quite worth it. We just wanted the convenience of being in the cabin, being able to film, and just settle in straight away. But that is a good option if you want the luxury of a nice cabin and also try and save some money.
So like Matt said, we've booked ourselves a private cabin which has a one up, one down configuration. The beds have a wooden frame with what seems like a fairly thin mattress, but we'll see what those are like later on. We've also got what feels like a nice thick duvet and a spongy pillow. Over here in this small cupboard we've got a sink, and they've even given us 2 bottles of water, and we've got 2 amenity kits as well, which is quite nice. So in here we've got some soap, some wet wipes, a little dental kit and a napkin. Next up we've got a moderately sized window, which is good to take in all of the beautiful scenery. It's quite nice as well that we've got a window, because when we actually got in the cabin, first of all, it was warm. It was so warm, but I don't think you could have it open all of the time because it does get quite noisy. Moving on to the other side of the cabin. Oh, was that a close-up that everyone needed? We've got above me somewhere is a temperature control that does actually work. We've turned it right the way down and it's really nice and cool now, so I feel much better. We've also got an attendant button, so if you need some help or you need anybody, that's there. And there's a couple of switches that we've tried. One of them controls the main light in here. We think there's some night lights, but unfortunately a few of the switches don't work. In terms of storage, there's actually a little bit more than we initially thought. We've got this luggage rack up here, we've got a compartment behind me where we've stored our shoes, and then we've got 3 quite bulky bags that have slotted quite nicely under the bed. The door has 3 locks, so if you're travelling alone then you can feel reassured and safe. Lastly, we're going to try and figure out how the ladder connects to the top bunk where I'll be sleeping tonight. There doesn't seem to be anywhere that it actually connects to, but okay, let's give this a try. So it doesn't actually like hook onto anything here. I'm thinking, has it got to hook on that there?
Oh, maybe.
Do you reckon? Should we swap positions?
Should we swap positions?
Okay, because otherwise you'll be off the train if we... Okay. Do we think...
That makes sense.
I don't know if that's going... Oh. I don't know. Oh, so close.
I didn't catch your fingers, did it?
No, it just hurt my ears. Oh, yeah! I mean, it's great, it's fit on, but like... Is anyone slim enough to fit on here?
I don't think this is right.
Yeah, I think this must be right. I mean, I'm up here, aren't I?
Also, like, we'll have to put the ladder there before we go to sleep.
Yeah, because we need the toilet tonight. It's a good job this wasn't in India.
Yeah.
This would have been a bad situation. Yeah, this is good. So we've made it up. Can't actually sit up straight, so I think probably have a chill on the bottom bunk for tonight. Feels comfy.
It looks more suited to a 5'7" person
That's
than a
me.
6'5"
I would
person.
agree. It feels comfy, and I feel like I've got enough room to stretch out. It's actually better than I thought it would be. I just hope it don't roll out.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
So yeah, that's the room. Tonight I've got the bottom bunk and Laura's got the top bunk because her stomach is a little more settled than it was in India. So she doesn't need to be able to get out of the room quite so quickly. So yeah, pretty good.
So we found out that this bed actually pushes up into 2 seats and a nice table in the middle. So we're thinking that's going to be a good place where we can have some food and chill. So we're going to attempt to do that now. So if I put these up here, and then Matt's going to give me a hand because it's quite heavy.
I feel like this should clip in somewhere.
Yeah. There's like a thing on the side, but Like there's nothing it actually clicks into.
Don't know. Guess that plan has gone. I think you must have previously been able to do it, but not anymore. Never mind. Back to it being down, I guess. So it's about 9 o'clock now and we're both getting a little bit tired and hungry. So we're going to tuck into our tea, which we got from Aldi before. So for our main course, we've got some pizza. That should be nice. We've also got some chocolate chip cookies, Kinder Bueno, sweets and some Maltesers, courtesy of Laura's mum. And I also treated myself to a small beer.
Treat yourself to a beer. You're on holiday.
Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Right, can we eat now? So we're just coming into the last Hungarian station now, where I think passport officers will come on and stamp our passports, and then we'll just travel an extra 10-20 minutes to the Romanian station, where the Romanian passport officers will stamp us into Romania, which will be country number 27. This is our first ever border crossing in a train, so interested and a little bit apprehensive to see how it goes. So that's part one of the border checks done. Pretty uneventful. Came in, checked our passports, gave them a stamp.
Yeah.
Some man came in with a mirror and a light on a stick. Had a little once over and now we're just waiting to go to the Romanian border control. It's about 10:30. We're both feeling a little bit tired.
Yeah, we are quite tired now, but they've said it's about half an hour to the Romanian passport stop. So after that, it's bedtime. Tired now.
And me.
We just flick through our passports to see what the stamp is like. Just like looking at how different countries stamp your passport. I think it's quite satisfying. And for this one today, we've actually got a little train on it, so we know that that was the one from our train travel in Hungary.
And that's the Romanian border control done. That was a lot less intense than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, a lot less intense than the first one.
Yeah, for some reason I thought it was going to be more intense on the Romanian side and they might ask some questions and have a little search around the room.
Yeah.
But no, just quick check of the passports and done. So we're still waiting, so I presume they're just going through the rest of the train. Hopefully we'll be rolling off soon and then we can go to sleep. The train arrives tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning, so it gives us time for a little bit of a lie-in.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping there's some way to get hot water on the train, but I'm 99% sure there isn't.
We want some coffee.
I brought some instant coffee just in case. I just think waking up to the rolling views outside the window of a new country with a coffee would be... I don't have a cup.
Oh no.
So that...
You've got your flask.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, just need the hot water now, which I don't think we have. Just hoping that the entrance we came into the carriage, that will have like a hot water point. This is based on nothing but hope.
And the need for caffeine.
And the need for caffeine, not now, in the morning. So, yeah, got sidetracked a little bit, but yeah, we're going to go to sleep. And we'll see you in the morning.
Night.
Good morning from Romania. It's about 8:05 here. Both feeling pretty good. Had a really good night's sleep. Found the beds pretty comfortable. The duvets and the pillows were lovely and soft. So we're feeling pretty well rested and ready for some breakfast fairly soon. don't think I look too tired. Actually, yeah, I do look a bit tired, but feeling pretty good. I think Laurie's up. There's a leg dangling down. There's two legs dangling down. There's a head. She's awake.
I made it down. I slept very well. I feel very well rested actually. I always forget how well I sleep on trains. Does that make sense? I don't know, it's just like the gentle rocking motion of the train just feels really nice. Hello again. I thought I'd just come and do a quick bathroom tour just while I was on the way to the toilet so you can see what sort of facilities are on board. Firstly and obviously mainly we have a toilet. It's pretty clean and there's a toilet roll, which is a nice surprise, but we have learnt our lesson from India. We have started to bring our own. Secondly, we've got a sink, and there's not always soap, unfortunately, but we do have soap in our room, so we tend to just use that instead. For hand towels, unfortunately, there's never anything to dry our hands with. Okay, so it's time for the super fun bit. Whenever you press the button to flush a toilet, it makes the loudest sound ever. Still going. Okay, we're finished, but weird sound.
We're about 40 minutes from Bucharest now. Our train's been delayed. Don't know why, don't know when it was delayed, but we're about 40 minutes behind schedule. The need for coffee is real. I like to think of myself as not one of those people that bases their entire personality on coffee, but at this moment in time, all I want is coffee. I asked the attendant for some hot water because I bought some little sachets, hoping there'd be hot water, and then he tried to sell us 2 cups of coffee, which I was very happy about, but then he doesn't accept card, so I'm not sure if I'm buying like official train coffee or if I'm just buying 2 cups of coffee from his personal stash. Either way, if you were to take this train, just bring a couple of coins in euros he wanted, and I guess in the Romanian currency as well you could bring, just for a little bit of spending, because I would love a cup of coffee right now. But that's where I'm at.
Busy?
So that concludes our train journey. Thoughts?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Did you?
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I think some parts of it I really liked, some parts of it I was a little bit disappointed by. I think for the price I expected a little bit more, but on the whole I thought it was, yeah, a really nice journey. So we're in Bucharest now. We're only here for about 36 hours before we rent a car to explore the rest of Romania. So yeah, we're not really sure what we're going to do for the rest of today. Tomorrow's going to be our main day in Bucharest, so we're going to go get some coffee and then work it out from there. But for this video, we're going to sign off here.
See you next time.